What up, gents? Welcome to TSG Uncut. I'm your host, Sean C. And sorry I'm getting started a little late tonight. I'll be honest, your boy a little under the weather right now, flowers is blooming and stuff like that. And I didn't realize that I live really close to a lot of stuff that's blooming. And because of that, I think I'm having some allergy or sinus issues and stuff like that. But I promised some of the gents that I was going to come through tonight with a live stream. So even if it's not a long live stream, there are a few things that I want to discuss with you gents. All right. So I hope you guys have had a great weekend. As you know, some of you all know that last weekend was my birthday weekend. So I don't think it was because of that, but I stayed up pretty late on my birthday weekend, one of the nights. And so who knows? I might have a compromised immunity due to it. Who knows? Who knows? Okay. But we have a few things to talk about. Now, if you guys have been, anywhere of recently, you all may have also seen in one of the videos where you had Tracy Ellis Ross talking. And, obviously, I've already kind of shared with you all through video how I thought of that situation, or at least how men feel about that, gents feel about that. Okay. But given that situation, there was a couple other videos that I came across this week that actually spawned me to think about a couple of different videos. So you might see that in the month of May, some of the videos that I came across, but a couple of those clips actually reached their way into tonight's live stream. And what am I talking about? I started thinking about Tracy Ellis Ross and how women get to that point, right? Like, I want y'all to really just bear with me here, because again, I'm a little bit under the weather, so I need you to bear with me on these points, okay? There are a lot of women who are going down the exact same path as Tracy Ellis Ross. We see it every day. And what I wanted to articulate to you all tonight was I wanted to kind of, show you the mindset of some of the women out here that they're asking the questions. What's going on with dudes? Why aren't dudes doing this? What's going on with this? And they eventually get to the point where they're tired of being independent. But somehow they still end up like Tracy Ellis Ross. The difference is Tracy Ellis Ross has a very successful career. That is not to say that you have some women who aren't doing well. There's some women doing extremely well. But a woman doing well has nothing to do with the reason why. Or let me rephrase that, because that's not true, right? Women doing well should be independent of their ability to be able to have a man. But it's not in today's society. Matter of fact, unless that woman was successful early and getting it early with her man or with somebody she was already kind of with, if she did that thing by herself, by the time she's starting to get to that age where she's starting to itch and want to do something, it gets a little tough. It gets tough. So when I look at let's just listen to this video. I'm going to give us the intro video. That way I can make sure that that this thing is working correctly.
I'm sorry. But one of the reasons, though, because I had to ask myself that question. I was like,
y'all do me a favor. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear that, just so I know that we up and operating the way we should. I hear it in my headphones, so I just want to make sure you guys can hear it. Shout out to you, Eric. Shout out to you. Shout out to my gents who are Pac-Man, baby. Happy belated birthday to Pac-Man. All right, that's what I'm talking about. I'm glad we're on. All right, now that y'all can hear it, let me play this and I'm gonna get to y'all in a little bit. I'm gonna get to everybody in a little bit. But shout out to all my service members out there, man, for real, for all that y'all done. Y'all know what's up.
I'm sorry. But one of the reasons, though, that because I had to ask myself that question, I was like, what is this about? Yeah. Because I want a partner. And so often, and it's not just that I'm older, I'm also very embodied. I am a full, very whole person who knows myself, who is in charge of my life, and who lives a very full, just robust life. So it's not just age, it's like life experience and sort of a difference. But I had to ask myself the question, why? Why does this keep sort of coming up other than they're hot and gorgeous?
Yeah, I'm going to stop it there for a second, right? Because I'm trying to use this to open up to a point. This actually was my 9th clip. If you can read on the screen, clip number 9. But as I was preparing for the live stream, I actually thought, I was like, you know what? I should start with that first because this has been the hot topic, even though I didn't want her to be the star of the show. But we're talking about why men are avoiding dating independent women. And I thought, let's open up the live stream with this one, with what she talked about. Now, she's 52 years old. She's a little bit older than me, but not much older. Okay? I'm not 50 yet. But she's dating someone 22. Now, I'm not going to, I'll be honest, okay? I'm going to be honest with y'all, gents. You ready for this? Okay, this is going to be one of a couple controversial takes that I'm going to have tonight, if I can remember the main one I had, okay? But the first controversial take I'm going to tell you guys that you may not know about me is I don't give a damn if she's dating younger dudes. I really don't care, man. I could care less, okay? I just don't. I can't explain it to y'all, man. I really cannot explain it. I just don't care. I don't. Hold on. I'm trying to. I saw a super chat, so I want to get that thing ready before I go ahead and I realized I didn't have my banner on there. But I don't care. I can't get myself to care, man. I'm gonna tell you. Listen, it does mean something, right? I'm not talking about this because it doesn't mean something. What I mean is, in and of itself, I don't care that she's dating younger dudes. Okay. Really, all of y'all, whatever y'all want to do, man, like it is what it is. Okay. The issue that I do have, okay, is that there are a bunch of gents, there are men who want to, there are men who want to find wives. There are women who say they want to find husbands, or if we don't say wives, husbands, but they want to find somebody to share in this life with. Let's put it that way, okay? There are people that want this. But there are women like this who, if I seem distracted, I'm writing down Eric's name, man. I'm gonna get to you in a second, Eric, because I forgot about you. Okay. But I'm old, so I gotta write this shit down. I gotta write it down, man. The reason why it's important is because you have women like this that influence other women. And there are women, this is its own topic. And I do this type of video every so often where we talk about women influencing other women and how dangerous and detrimental that is. So when this woman is like, oh, they're so hot and blah, 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 right? You're going to have women outside of relationships still looking at her as what they want to do till it's too late. And then you're going to have women who are in relationships, right? Who actually are married in long-term committed relationships. They're going to look at women like this, right? And then they're going to think like, yo, I wish I can go ahead and be out there and get me some hot young thing. And for anybody who doubts that, I submit to you my library on TSG Uncut. Take your time, go through the almost 800 something videos, and I promise you're going to see how this type of mindset is permeating to our young women, which we're going to talk about tonight. All right. So I don't need to go any further. The point is, this is what women, they will say, yes, girl, and you go. You know what? You are fierce, and you're going to find somebody, like delusionally telling each other, like, you're going to find somebody. And this is not to say that it would be impossible for a beautiful woman like Tracy Ellis Ross, which I will acknowledge. She's a beautiful woman. I think she's pretty, right? She's a beautiful woman. But the reason why she's still single at 52 has nothing to do with some fake toxic masculinity. Okay. Y'all know how I feel about that. I don't believe it exists, because you can't talk about toxic masculinity as much as they do and not equally talk about toxic femininity in the exact same amount. It's impossible unless there's an agenda, but it's impossible. It doesn't exist. Okay. That's a made up word. Nobody was saying that shit. I'm not going to say many years ago. I'm saying that they weren't talking about it like that, say 20 years ago. That wasn't a thing. Okay. Now, shout out to I. Tolliver Williams for the $5 holla. Okay. I appreciate that. Also, shout out to Eric Hellman. Became a YouTube member. Thank you so much. And I was actually about to tell you guys, for the members, let me see what I want to give a shout out to my members. Okay. I owe you all a video, and I haven't forgotten about you guys. The next video that I really want to do, and it's a side video, it's going to be my thoughts on it. But the next video I plan on making for the members is something that I'm not going to even put on the channel. Or because I don't feel like looking for clips. Something I'm just going to talk about. And you all might know what subject this, you might have all heard about it, but I want to talk about it with my members. And that subject has to deal with one Shannon Sharp. Okay. I want to talk about Shannon Sharp with my members. And so I am really fumbling tonight. I am so sorry, y'all. I'm a little under the weather. But I want to say shout out to my members. I'm gonna get Eric up there here in a little bit, or later on, get him up on this, so that I started putting this at the end of my videos, or I will be putting my members at the end of my videos, because I want to honor you guys, okay? And I just thank you all from the bottom of my heart for supporting TSG Uncut. All right, you guys could be anywhere else, but you're here with me tonight, and you're faithfully here. So I appreciate that. All right. But the next segment right here is where I do a shout out to the gents. And this is where I go through the comments, try to catch as many of you guys as I can, and we're going to get right into the video. We might not be going that long tonight, but I'm going to go as long as I can feel good. Okay. The other thing is, so the drink for the night, I have a little, not even hot sake. I figured, hey, with the way I feel, maybe get a little sake up in my system. Maybe the warmth might make me feel a little bit better. Maybe just a little bit of the little tangle make me do my thing. You know what I mean? So we want me feeling good so we can have a good show tonight. Let's see who we got up in here tonight. All right. It jumped on me. Pac-Man. All right, me and this dude go back like 4 flats in the Cadillac, okay? This is my boy right here, okay? This is my brother, all right? Hey, man, happy birthday to you, bro. I hope you had a good one. I'm glad to see you up in here. Thank you so much. Our boss says salute to the gents, man. Our boss, thank you for being here, man. I appreciate you. Eric talked about Jezebel. Oh, yeah. And then again, I shouted out Eric for being a Marine. Obviously, I've told y'all before, I'm a sailor, submariner. Okay. So that's what I did. Thank y'all for the ones. Eric showing support. Love it. Pac-Man, your symbol didn't come through there, man. My bad. Too bad I can't get it there. Women leadership. Nice. She's saying a lot without saying nothing. I thought so too, bro. I thought so too. Eric says he's 50. All right. Hey, man, you there. You know what I mean? But it's all good, man, as long as you kicking it. Winning with Shannon Sharpe, it was a problem. And that's Pac-Man. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm going to talk about that with my gents. Because I do have a couple clips for Shannon Sharpe. I do. But that's why you got to be a member to get that, right? Because I could talk about it on the video, but y'all know me. I like to, when I do my videos and I do the editing, there is a cinematic director's eye I like to have. And I just don't have enough material to do that. So I'm going to talk to my members instead about Shannon Sharpe. Plus, it'll allow me to kind of talk frankly about it. Because there are things about it there's a lot about it I don't like. Okay. I don't like a lot of stuff about the Shannon Sharpe thing. And then there's things that I do. I like to rebuke my brother Shannon Sharpe on, man. But I'll tell y'all personally, right? Just for everybody that's here. How I feel about it is this is setup. This was Sean. This is just Sean. I have no evidence. I still have to do more research before I talk to the members. But my gut, from the little bit that I've seen and a little bit that I've heard, I'm not saying Shannon wasn't guilty of let me say guilty. Shannon definitely had a relationship, right? But to me, it's just a little fishy. It's a little fishy. And I'm only bringing up Shannon now, and that much that I said, because of the topic tonight. Men avoiding independent modern women. Why? Why are men doing it? Right? We're going to talk about that tonight. Tolliver says, all love. Have a good show, my brother. Oh, Tolliver, thank you, man. I appreciate you. Eric says, best of luck, no worries. Yeah, I'm trying, bro. Trying. I feel it. Hopefully that sake gets warmer here soon, because your boy could use it. Succubus. Yeah. My college, edumacated. Oh, educated. Me, educated. I'm so sorry. See how slow I am? I apologize. Shed it in the wig. All right. Spring water in a copper vessel. Yeah. Your Zoomer Doomer, what's going on? Another one of my members, man. Eric going off right now. Oh, man, Eric going off. Our boss says, Shank in life, Hollywood image took a hit the minute Cat went on his show. Ooh, see, right there. This right here. Our boss, very perceptive as always. That's kind of what I'm going to talk to the members about. Because I have about 3 good Shannon clips. And 2 of them is going to be actually going back, listening to Kat, listening to Monique. And I heard Monique, what she said, and I understand what she was saying. And we need to talk about the other side of that, okay? But if you just listen, if it was just Monique saying what she did, you'd be like, you know what, leave that dude alone, let him do what he do. But she must have knew something. I didn't know Shannon was talking to really young chicks. You know what I mean? I didn't know that. I can assume that he would, but Cat Williams knew. It's like that dude is a prophet right now. Get some. Joker. Stay away from them like the plague. Nice. Shout out to you, singer. Thank you for being here. Bro, if you know, you know. We can't say too much on YouTube. Our Boston. That's why I'm trying not to, bro. I'm serious. I'm trying not to because the tube be listening. Okay, the tube be listening. That which was trying to help. She was trying to help. If you're talking about Monique talking to Shannon, she was trying to help. Okay. And that's what we're going to talk about with the members. When y'all see that video, I'm going to bring up all points, right? I'm going to bring up both sides of it. Okay. Because there is the part I'm going to defend Shannon with. And you guys might have an understanding about why I would defend Shannon. It's not just, we'll talk about it. Okay. We'll talk about it. You know what? I've never done a members only live stream. I should do that because a members only live stream, we actually have enough members to do a members only live stream. That would be cool. That would be cool. We're going to get there. We're going to get there, gents. Okay? Because it'd be easy for me to talk about it and present it with the studio up than me trying to record it and cut it and do all that stuff. Okay? But look, we already get a little too far. Let's get into tonight's topic, okay? Why men don't date these women? Why are men avoiding dating independent, modern women? Why? Why come? As they used to say, why come? Why come the bitch got to have a brand new car? Why come? Why are men doing this? Now, we've talked about this many times. Again, I have some new clips to present to you guys and some that you all may have seen. But I wanted to talk about it from the standpoint of what's going on, right? Because you got this thing with Tracy Ellis Ross. You got this thing with Shannon, right? You got this thing with, what's the dude that got drafted? What's the draft dude? Travis Hunter that we talked about. How much? He says, how much does it cost to be a member? For the price of a cup of coffee a month, $4.99, you can be a member and get early access to videos that I put out early, exclusive content that I don't put out nowhere else, right? And eventually we're gonna do more than that. But again, if y'all know how many projects I'm working on right now, but $4.99, I think $4.99. Okay, the price of a cup of coffee. Let's get into the first video. Oh, you know what? Let me get my banner up there. Actually, let me add one more thing. I'm gonna add Eric's name on here. Hold on real quick. Sorry about that. I'm a little slow typing. All right, there we go. Thank you very much again, Eric. And also thank you to Tolliver for the super chat. Let's get into the video.
Within a week of us messaging each other, you haven't planned a date. Why do I have to teach y'all how to be men? Why? You don't even have to spend no money. Hey, you want to go for a walk in the park? Let's get to know each other. You want to sit down and have, a cup of water and a bowl of fruit? Like, it literally doesn't have to be much. But y'all don't even be making the initiative because y'all think everybody wants bliss and glam and $500 first dates. Who said that? But you have to show initiative. You have to do something.
So looking at this, I realized that I think I've used this video clip before, but I use video clips twice again, sometimes if they prove a point. I started, oh, snap, we got a new member in the house. Singer, thank you so much. Singer has become a new member. All right. I'm going to get y'all too on the banner too, man. Mr. C, cool to look at your great show, sir. Johnny, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that, bro. We have much to discuss tonight, and I appreciate you being a part of the conversation. Let me get Singer down on the banner real quick. Here's the thing. the first thing that stands out to me with that young lady, right, is this. There we go. Got y'all on the bottom. The thing that stands out to me with this young lady is this. In her mind, and this is one of the problems, right? In their mind, they think they're helping their case. But when you listen again, right? Listen.
Within a week of us messaging each other, you haven't planned a date. Why do I have to teach y'all how to be men?
Right there. Ladies, any of the ladies watching, right there. Now, would a woman necessarily, a smart woman would not say that to a man directly. But by that point, she's probably not interested anyway if she goes out on that date. But this right here, why do I have to teach you to be a man? Because you're not doing what I expect you to do. Ma'am, young lady, okay? Because she's a young lady to me, right? Young lady, you're not teaching us to be men. That's the problem right now, ain't it? The problem right now is you have a bunch of women who are raising young boys, raising young men, and they're not teaching them to be men. Ain't that part of the problem? Ain't that what we're seeing out here? So it's insulting, right? This is the mindset of these women is downright insulting, first of all. And this is how y'all go into dating. This is the mindset y'all have going in to dating. That you teaching us something because that's what you want. See, what y'all want. You. The selfishness, which I'm going to show tonight. Let me catch a comment real quick. I see you, Eric. Yep. The older women failed both the sons and the daughters. They raising the men that they claim to hate. Zoomer Doomer, that's exactly the way that I've stated this before. If you go look at my older videos about, I have several videos obviously about single moms. And it's not just the bad single moms, because I know some single moms are doing the best that they can. Some have just been left by dudes that promised the world and then didn't stand up to their responsibilities. We get that. We get that. I got that when I made those videos. But this right here, being mad at men while being a woman who's raising the men or egging on or cheering on these same women, which also, Zoomer Doomer, this is actually a video that I'm going to explore. I'm not just trying to go back to this well again. I'm going back to this well is because I am trying to drive a point home. The women there with our young men have so much power, and I want to see that shit change. But they got to understand that power. And a lot of them are taking advantage of it because they're mad at they're mad at their baby daddies. They like, let that shit go. Be a parent. Let that past thing go. Oh, he hurt my feelings. F your feelings. Our kids need parents. And I'm gonna show y'all in this clip. This is not intentionally tonight supposed to be about that. But I'm gonna show you some stuff with these modern women that shows you why our kids, both the girls and the dudes, are in trouble. Because it's a mentality. Thank you so much. Look at this, man. Singer just became a member and already. Don't forget to like the video. See, that's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Thank you so much. So just because I'm a dog lover, I should teach them how to be dogs, according to the smart brain right here. Right. Right. Spot on. I turned off a light switch. I'm an electrician. Right home. So let's get to the next video. I'm going to stop this video the once it starts playing.
I have a question for men and women.
Okay.
What is up with all of the pretty women being single?
You serious?
What is it? I really get so confused when I see a beautiful woman with a nice body, with a nice face, and she's by herself.
Okay, let me try to help you out. Because every woman thinks her friend is the best woman in the world.
Okay, listen. I'm going to go back to her. We're discussing this. I ain't going to play all of that. Do you see what I'm saying, gents? This right here, ladies. That right there. Why is she single? She's so beautiful. She's pretty. She got a banging body. Why is she single? Why nobody with her? It must be a problem with the men that a beautiful woman like that is single. Now, y'all remember earlier when I said to y'all when we started this live stream, let me take a sip because soon in a second. I'm going to take a sip in a second. When I started this live stream, for you guys who have been here since the beginning, I said I was going to have a couple controversial opinions. My first one was I really don't care what happens with Tracy Ellis Ross. I don't care if she dates younger dudes, right? I know a lot of people talking about it. I don't really care. Okay. I care about how she affects people. My second controversial take, and I thought I was going to say it a little bit later, but I'm going to say it now. Right? Why aren't men dating these? Why are these beautiful women single? Here's my second take. Let me take a sip real quick before I do it. Actually, I'm a little out right now. Let me go ahead and refresh my sake cup there. Good. I don't know what y'all sipping on tonight, but I got that hot sake. I even brought the whole set in the room tonight. Okay, so I didn't have to keep running back and forth. Here's my second take. A lot of modern women wouldn't be considered pretty girls if not for all the makeup, the hair, weave, nails, and other girls lying to them. Kevin Samuels, rest his soul, it's been 3 years since he's been gone, coming up here soon. Kevin Samuels said it best. He wasn't trying to be malicious. He only went by what women told him. But I'm going to tell you right now, he was absolutely correct when he said most of these women are average at best. And someone sold women a bill of goods that being a regular woman is something a problem with that. That you aspiring to be this person that you're not, that ends up corrupting your soul, is more important than you being a woman of character. None of the shit she said right there was about being a woman of character. Not a damn part of it. I challenge you. Let's hear it again.
I have a question for men and women.
Okay.
What is up with all of the pretty women being single?
You serious?
What is it? I really get so confused when I see a beautiful woman with a nice body, with a nice face, and she's by herself.
Did y'all hear that again? Did y'all hear that? Ha! Look at that face. Oh, that was a great pause. Tell me at what point did y'all hear anything about that woman being a good woman? Tell me any point in there that woman is a virtuous woman. Tell me any part of that she said that she's a nice woman and she would make a great wife for a man, or that she would be loving to that man. She would be nurturing to that man. What part of this did y'all hear her say any of that? Don't worry, I'll wait. Because you didn't. Because she didn't say it. She absolutely did not say it. This is not to disparage this woman here, okay? We're just talking about it. The point I'm trying to tell you is, if you stripped away the things that women think they need to look good and to function, most of them would be average women. The stats say it. And I'm also convinced that the ones who have gone the long time trying to put all this stuff on, they are the ugliest. They are the ones who are below average. You guys have seen on this channel, I've showed the clips. You guys have seen the clips where the women have the makeup on, they look like something, and they take it off, and then there's no way you would even approach that woman. There's no way. There's just no way. "59 different strains. Why do these women seem attracted to other women?" Ha! Damn, singer, that's a good one. I got that cold sake this time. Yeah, man, I really like the warm one. But like tonight, though, the warm one probably might be best for whatever I'm feeling based on the allergies, man. Allergies might got me, but salute to you. And this is exactly when you get the, "Are you serious, my brothers?" Look for them. That's true, man. Wigs from India are possessed by demons, bro. That's funny. I'm sipping on mi familia tequila. Oh, okay. Oh man, you on that tequila tonight? That's what I'm talking about. But all your questions were only about her perspective. There is zero facts, and am supposed to believe that. Yeah. Sing it. My destruction by their Mon Nacho, man. Great to have you here. Hands and yet good woman will let it be. The game's not worth it. No, the game isn't worth it. And that's kind of what we're talking about tonight. I wanted y'all to hear this one real quick. Let me get back up here and get the next video clip going. Now, this kind of video you guys have seen multiple times, but we need it for context, right? We need it for context.
Oh, this is a rental?
No, there's not a
Is
rental.
that way? Oh, okay.
It's my car. Why?
Okay, no, I was just asking because, you know.
So you telling me we're going to square one if it's a rental?
I just don't want to waste neither of our time. I'm a high maintenance girl.
High maintenance?
Very high maintenance, baby. I gotta get my nails done every week, eyelashes every week, hair done every week. And
Why?
this is just how I live my life.
I had a question. Why you can't pay for your own? Why I gotta pay for that?
Because you're a man. If I'm giving you my money, then I need some money. I'm not just gonna give you free. Like, that's not how it plays out here.
You're not my woman, right?
Not yet.
Yet.
Hold up. I'm sorry. I got to stop that. Did y'all hear that? Let me back that up. Where's Preston when you need him? Preston, where you at, brother?
Well, I had a question. Why you can't pay for your own? Why I gotta pay for that?
Because you're a man. If I'm giving you my money, then I need some money.
I'm sorry I'm stopping it early, but do y'all hear this? Ladies, do you hear this? Listen, gents, I'm going to go off script here a little bit. Please bear with me for a second. I can see how, as a woman, women can come to the conclusion and say, if I'm going to give you my body, I should get something for it. But you all assume, it's always assumed that, oh, well, I'm giving you my body, but the dude is giving you his body too. Oh, well, it's not as good to him, to me, as it is to him. It doesn't matter. It's an equal exchange when that happens. Okay? Whether it is or isn't, it's an equal exchange of time. Okay? But this, you gotta hear yourself. This This is modern day ostitution, okay? With a P and some rearranging of some other letters, okay? Just listen. This is crazy.
Done every week. And
Why?
this is just how I live my life.
I had a question. Why you can't pay for your own? Why I gotta pay
Why?
for
Why come?
Because you're a man. If I'm giving you my then I need some money.
This is it. This is not it. But you hear this? Why would just bear with me? Y'all bear with me tonight. Why would I give this woman money, right? When she is a bottomless money pit. When in this case, a man can just go pay for some strange, at least she'll go away. At least she'll go away. This woman here ain't gonna go away. If you show her you got any kind of money, she ain't going away.
I'm not just gonna give you free. Like that's not how it plays out here.
You're not my woman, right?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Wow, very presumptuous. Not yet. Not yet. you thought, oh my God. Like you come into this dude car and you think you dictating terms. Oh my God. The entitlement, man.
Yeah.
I don't even know where you're from.
Miami. I've been in here for 2-3 years already.
You know what it's giving?
Greedy.
No, gold digger.
Selfish.
Gold digger.
You know why? You could call me whatever you want.
You know what you could do right now, bro? Because you're getting me mad. And I don't really fuck with it. You can get the fuck up out my car and keep walking wherever the fuck you was going. Because I'm not fucking with your vibes.
With a lot of rich men.
Go ahead. Go to your rich men. Get the fuck up out my car.
Thank you, young man. Thank you. That's why I tried to make a video the other week showing about men not simping. Those videos aren't doing as well as they used to, but I like to show it so we can clap those dudes up. Yes, the hell you supposed to do it? Tell her to kick rocks. Now we know that they set that up because they know those women are like that. We know it's a setup. We know it's a setup. We know those dudes are renting these cars, right? But good on him to be like, you know what? Get out of my car. Get out of my car. Shout out to Young Hazrat, man. Thank you very much, Young Hazrat. Good to see you here tonight. I appreciate you. Who want a girlfriend that sell? Yes, exactly. None of us, man. Ma says to the hungry cryptids, dragon bellies with these women that never earn those rights and privileges they abuse. Plus, they will never change for the better and waste everybody's resources. Absolutely, they will. And Singer said it. Look, that's 304 talk. It is. Possession, abracadabra. Yeah. Yeah, where is Preston, man? We need them dope rhymes, man. Is Preston in the house? Because that chat is not blowing up. Yeah, Preston would have already dropped the dope rhymes on us. You already know what I'm talking about. In her mind, it makes perfect sense until her son gets booked for a solicitation and she has to Google it and see what it means. That, our boss, that is funny. That is good. You know what? When me and my girl watch TV, and because of all of the editing and different things I've learned, we'll be watching a show, and I'll say in the middle of that show, like, that's good writing right there, right? We were watching the movie Sinners, and I saw some stuff, and I was like, ooh, that's good writing right there. That, like, when you say good writing. That's some good writing right there, our boss. Don't have to say BS, I'm good. Diddy's bend over, dive bar, and grill. Those guys are the sheriff, and they put the wanted poster on the wall so decent men can avoid these dusties. You know, in mind, that's kind of what that's what the point of tonight's video is. Let's get to the next clip real quick.
A lot of women today act like escorts. If a man has to pay you for your time in order to go out with you, you're an escort, okay? Because us regular girls are not charging men money to take us out on a date.
Well, you kind of are, but I get what she's saying. The last girl was like, hey, if you gonna do this, you gotta pay me for this, right? And like for all the good women out there, or women who aspire to have their own dude, it makes you look bad because men don't know who to trust. It's partly why we're talking about this topic. It's not that men are just avoiding it, it's men don't know who to trust. Men are looking at a bunch of snakes coming toward them, and they don't know who's poison, which snakes are poisonous and which one's not. You say, well, I'm not a snake. Yes, you are. Hear me out. Because as long as you are empowered by the system to take advantage of another individual who don't have the exact same advantage or rights as you, you're a snake. Especially if you take advantage of that system. And a lot of women have. Okay? Which puts a bad name, bad rap on good women. Let's get to the next clip. Oh, I'm going to set this one up. This next clip is crazy. Okay? This clip that I'm about to show y'all, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I heard enough to realize you know how entitled these women are? Like, the next clip is delusional. But I put it in here because if you have this mentality, ladies, in the situation I'm about to show you, or women actually think this way, then how can any man trust any of y'all? Hear me out. Check this out. It's crazy. I couldn't believe this. He should have kicked her out.
Take a look at this video. This is why men are miserable. This is why men have given up. Men don't want to try. Men don't care to fucking try.
I'm not paying today. I'm not paying for my nails today.
What do you mean you're not paying for your nails?
I don't pay for my nails.
Is somebody here to help you pay for your nails?
No one's here to pay for my nails.
Okay, then how are you going to get this service paid?
Well, men pay for...
Hold up. Sorry.
No one's here to pay for my nails.
So she ain't got no man.
Okay, then how are you going to get this service paid?
Well, men pay for my nails.
Oh, the men usually pay for your nails?
Yeah.
Okay, is your man here?
Where is that?
No, my man's not here. I don't have a man right now.
So you don't have a man. There's no man there. Ma'am, who's supposed to be paying for this shit?
Okay, so who's going to pay for your nails? I don't get it.
Well, I mean, I thought you were going to pay for my nails.
Why would I pay for your nails?
Because you're a man.
What shit is that?
I'm going to pause it. I'm sorry, I'm stopping it. I want y'all to think about that. She went to go to the nail salon to have her nails done. And the nail tech who makes money based on the people getting their nails done, you think he's supposed to pay for it? Yo, and the worst part, you're a man. You're supposed to pay for it. Yo, I'm going to tell you right now. Third controversial statement of the night. Y'all ready? Hold on, before I make it. It's messed up though. And it's totally a joke. It's totally a joke. Okay. So before y'all start writing me and try to, it's just totally a joke. Okay. I'm going to repeat that again. It's a joke. Now I see why you had Ike Turners in the world. I'm just saying, man, I can see how you had some Mike Turners in the world. Just saying. I can see why. I can see why Joe Jackson was a strong hand pimp. Look, I'm just saying, man. I can see why Michael Jackson eventually was like, good fish. Oh, her right there, good fish. Michael was a pimp. Don't get it twisted. Oh, he liked little boys. No, he didn't. Mike was a pimp. I see why now. I see why Mike was like, I see it. I see it. Yo. Why you think I qualified what I said before I said it? Let's go on, man. I'm gonna back that up a little bit. This is crazy. It was a joke. I swear it was a joke. Jesus Christ, please, it's a joke.
Okay, then how are you going to get this service paid?
Well, men pay for my nails.
Oh, the men usually pay for your nails?
Yeah.
Okay, is your man here?
No, my man's not here. I don't have a man right now.
Okay, so who's going to pay for your nails? I don't get it.
Well, I mean, I thought you were going to pay for my nails.
Why would I pay for your nails?
He's like, you got me twisted.
What shit is that?
But I'm not your man. I'm your nail tech.
You're not a man?
No, I'm a man, but I'm not your man, so don't get that twisted. So that's different. Like, I'm a man, but I'm a nail tech. Like, I'm not your man to pay for your nails. It doesn't work like that, man.
I mean, but look at who I am.
Look at who I am. What the? Ladies, I want y'all to hear this. If you as a lady talk like this woman right here is to this dude, you're part of the problem. If you congratulate women who talk to dudes like this, you're part of the problem.
You see who I am? Look at me.
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, you're all right. You ain't all that, but what you trying to say?
I'm hood commodity. In the hood.
In the hood?
Right. Okay, so you're a hot commodity in your hood?
Yes, I am.
So who's paying for your nails? I don't get it. Like, what's that has to do with your nails getting paid right now?
Look, I think you should be able to swing it this time.
Bitch, I'm not swinging nothing. You pay for your nails. I'm not your man. I'm not from the hood. You get one of your hood boys. I don't care if you're a hood rat or not. Just pay for your nails.
Don't miss.
Yo. My dude right here. My dude right here, bro. I didn't even watch the second half of this video. Yo, that is crazy. My dude said, listen, this woman was like, do you know who I am in my hood? No. If you so badass in your hood, how is it that you don't have a man? You didn't have a man paying for it. And wait a minute. To me, gents, it's giving broke. It's giving broke. You go into the nail place, y'all supposed to be so independent. Oh my God, y'all are so independent. It's giving broke. It's giving broke. It's giving that you're not really independent, because when you're independent, it means you are you taking care of that shit yourself. You don't need nobody else. Y'all quick to throw out on an independent woman, but not quick enough to be independent to take care of your own responsibilities. And then when you do the exact same thing as men do. Look, this ain't controversial, but I've said this many times on the channel. Women today, modern women today, are operating exactly how the men did, that they were supposedly trying to get away from. They're acting just like the men that they said were assholes and oppressive, and they didn't, they were misogynistic and all these different isms and stuff and toxic masculinity, all of the buzzwords that y'all use to shame, insult, guilt, and need to be right. All the stuff that y'all use, you all are acting just like those dudes. Now, if you're going to act like those dudes, or if society as a whole is going to start acting that way, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. One of the actions that is taking place based upon entitled ass women like this is men are like, okay, I'm going to treat all of y'all like a fun bag, like a peace sleeve, like a, I have a bunch of other ones. I'm sorry, a little slow tonight. I'm going to treat you exactly the way that you think I'm treating y'all, or that the exact way that y'all think. I'm going to treat you that way, because you know why? It doesn't matter. Why does it matter? Why does it even matter? You date the Pookies, the Ray Rays, the Chads, the Tyrones, the Pookie Licious, the Glocktavius, and the Felantonios. Y'all date them dudes. Them dudes ain't got to pay nothing. You let them ride your car. You let them take your money. You let them do all this stuff. They ain't got to pay. But if I try to be a good dude, you're going to make me pay? Right? But if I treat you like shit, you're not going to make me pay. Huh. Interesting. So I might as well just be that dude. That's one thought. And then the other thought is dudes that have a higher sense of purpose and self-esteem for themselves. I'm not taking away from my brothers. I'm not saying brothers that don't have that can't play around and do their thing. Not saying that. So don't take it that way. What I'm trying to say is, then you got the dudes who are just like, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with any type of person that's like that. Like, I don't want that type of person in my space. I don't want that person occupying and breathing around me, because I might get infected with their stupidity. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Young Hazrat, man. Check this out. Shout out to you too, big bro Sean. No problem, Young Hazrat. Man, thank you so much for the $20 holler. Let me get you up on the banner. Let me get you up on the banner tonight with the $20 holler along with I. Tolliver. There we go. Huh. It didn't say $20. It said $420. It's like I was thinking of something else. It's like my brain was somewhere else. Sorry about that. $420 had already passed. All right. There we go. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Bro heard that and had to do a double take. Like, shit, is what she said in English, because that IQ is concerning. Yeah. And then Eric had tears. He was running. Yep. Fat boys are back. They back in town. Yep. By little people, I mean short adults, of course. Starts with an M. Oh, gotcha. The Asian dude standing his ground as much as she is entitled. Hey, our boss, yeah, he did. He stood his ground. Yeah, right? Eric get it. Ain't public great, in public great again. Zick, shout out to Zick, man. Great to see you, brother. You're right. Most women nowadays act like the absolute worst type of men used to act back in the day. Zick, this is the part that's crazy to me. I remember coming up and I remember hearing them complain. I remember when Oprah first came out, and come on, y'all know I even made a video about this, talking about those old shows, right? And if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. It's a good video. But I showed how back in the day, how they were talking, you know, and how women were like trying to get away from that. And now it just seems like women are acting exactly like the dudes that they used to complain about back in the 80s and the 90s. Like, it's blowing my damn mind that they sound and act exactly the same. Except, at least with the dudes, when we don't take accountability, I'll tell you this, and I say this all the time. Show me a man that doesn't take accountability, and I'm going to show you that man isn't a success. Show me a man that doesn't take accountability, and I'm going to show you a man who is eventually going to fail. I'm telling you, because as men, we don't get away with that. It eventually catches up with us when we're not responsible, when we're not accountable. We don't get to go through this life and somebody rescue us. So it's very disappointing. For real. Yep. Young. I know the sisterhood, like, I know he ain't called her a bitch. Remember, ladies, respect is earned, not given. Zoomer Doomer, that's a great way to put it. I heard that, but you know what? Like, I'm not even offended he said it. Because let's just put it this way, bro. At this point in time, everything going on, right? Everything going on, okay? Whatever way you fall, however you think, we live in a society that doesn't know how to respect people. Young people don't respect older people. Upcoming video coming. We're going to talk. I'm actually thinking about making that my Friday night jam session. The first, whatever one we have in May, because a new one is almost time for our Friday night jam session. Our next Friday night jam session, I have some guests that I want to bring on. I'm about to go talk to them. And then I want to talk about that respect that older dudes, like getting respect, younger dudes not respecting older dudes and vice versa. We need to talk about that. I actually have the video folder pretty much ready. I have a few clips to add to it, but that's the topic. The topic for the Friday night jam session is one that we need to be talking to the young men about this, and the young men need to talk to us about it. Okay. But neither here nor there. The point is, we live in a time where people don't have the requisite amount of respect. What I mean by that is the respect is given when it is earned. I understand that. And then there's an amount of respect you give somebody just in general, right? So like if I see somebody that's an elder person to me and they're, conducting themselves and holding themselves well, I'm going to give them respect because they've lived more life than me. They've lived that life. I'm going to give them some semblance of respect. Unless they, just outwardly disrespected me, then obviously you're not going to get that respect back. But just off the rip, being an older person, being someone that I might look up to, I'm going to give you that respect. And we live in a time now where that's disrespectful. Like that dude don't have money to earn. Well, you a dude, so ladies or lady, right? So if he's a man and he's supposed to pay for her nails, it's a nail salon. Most likely, the majority of his clients, other than the pedicures, most of them are going to be women. So is he supposed to give everybody free nails that come in there? Well, no, I'm like a big deal in the hood, and so I'm special. Do you see how stupid this shit sounds? And this is what we're talking about as men. Is Preston in the house? Yo, brother Sean CTSG, big dog homie, and the uncut green money peeps. Preston, you've missed a lot. Go back and watch it later because we were talking about you. Like, where's Preston at? I know the sisterhood. Like, okay, I already read that. Okay. Preston almost missed the bus again. All right. Shout out to Kenny Peoples. He said, good night, sir. All right, Kenny, you got to get out of here. Good to see you, man. Facts. You never see studs dressed like dapper young professional men. They all try to dress like NYC butch chicks. Yeah. Yes. So even studs are even like dressing up like hood dudes. Think about that. That was, hey, Zoomer Doomer, I'm so glad we're on the same page tonight. I thought about that like a week ago because there's a bunch of stud videos coming up. Y'all notice that? A lot of people like studs are trying to like, oh, we're going to go back to liking dudes again. I didn't feel like making that video because I'm like, I don't see the benefit of it. I don't care. Okay. But why is it that the studs trying to be dudes, walk around like thug dudes, right? Every now and then you see a clean cut one, right? I know a friend of mine, she used to be a bartender, also I used to buy hair care products from her and stuff like that, high-end hair care products. And because she was my friend, and she got married to another woman, and her lady keeps her shit faded nice, wear, real clean cut, and I'm like, you know what? Good for y'all. You know what I mean? But you see some of them are like, yo, they got the cigarillo hanging out the mouth and everything. And yo, son, did you say New York? Yo, I lived in New York for a little bit. It's like, yo, son. Yeah, we can move on, Kenny. We can move on. I just thought it was funny. Let's get to the next clip. Yo, son. Now, listen. The thing about it is you have all these women who think that men are supposed to pay them attention, like we owe them attention, that we are supposed to worship the ground that they walk on. But then some of them are realizing that shit is tough. When they do, this is what they sound like. Check it out.
Ladies, the strong black woman narrative is a scam. Wake up! I had a good run. I did everything the society told me to do. I worked really hard. I damn near broke my back. I paid all my bills. I put everybody else first. I told men I was independent. I did it, and I did it to say that I won nothing from it. I literally did not win any special awards. My life has not changed drastically. So now I'm going to reclaim my time, okay? When you see me now, know that I'm a soft babe.
I am so tired of being a strong, independent black woman. Can somebody's son please come free me?
On behalf of all the independent girls worldwide, I'm here to say that we are tired. In fact, let me speak for myself. I am tired. I'm tired of worrying about my own hair, worrying about paying for my own nails, worrying about what I'm going to eat, paying for what I'm going to eat, paying my bills, fixing my own car, paying my own rent, doing everything by myself. Like, I need someone to share my worries with. I need to be taken care of. Like, guys, I'm so exhausted.
Yep. There you go. Ladies, men aren't falling for that shit. Truth of the matter is men ain't falling for it. Okay? Singer said, Dr. King died for this. Yep. So when we hear y'all talk about, oh, I'm tired of being an independent woman. I'm tired. There was a scam. Like, we don't believe y'all. All you have to do is listen to this last woman right here. Listen. Just listen what she said.
I'm tired of worrying about my own hair, worrying about paying for my own nails, worrying about what I'm going to eat, paying for what I'm going to eat, paying my bills, fixing my own car, paying my own rent, doing everything by myself. Like, I need someone to share my worries with. I need to be taken care of. Like, guys,
I need to be taken care of. That's it right there. You just talked yourself out of it. And I'm gonna tell y'all can't see it from this. Y'all might not be able to see it from how close I can see this screen. But I'm telling you, this woman got that makeup painted on. I'm pretty certain she probably darker than what the makeup is, like real dark. Okay? No. You were independent. Take care of your own shit. Ain't nobody trying to do that shit. Ain't nobody trying to do that. That's right. Disqualified. Too little, too late, Tricky Poo. Yep. New York City is sick with it. Yeah, it is. Hunt, fish, and create. Yes, Sean. He's supposed to give every woman free service. She's supposed to charge every man double. Yeah. Yep, exactly. And this is why men are done. Ladies, if you don't understand, this is why men are done. We men been doing that alone a long time ago when they still passing us by. Yep. It's definitely not the men's fault. You all bought into a faulty capitalism Burger King commercial from moldy whoppers and false hope dreams. Absolutely, Preston. Absolutely. Now, this young brother is going to drop some game. I'm going to give him some credit on this. Listen what he say. There's a reason I put this clip right here.
Bruh, I cannot stress this shit enough. Stay away from broke, struggling females. Stay the fuck away. It is a headache. It's irritating. They're beggars or leeches. If you a nigga, you on your shit, and you got all your shit together, date somebody on your level. Stay away from broke, struggling females. It's nothing but headache.
Now, briefly, we all know that this brother's right. All the dudes right now, all the gents know that this dude is right. Now, without really going into it, this is part of what Shannon's problem was. When I say Shannon Sharp, okay? Dealing with somebody below his class. I'm not saying he needs to be talking to some top tier women, but let me tell you, have y'all noticed? Y'all notice in Hollywood that they all date each other. They all sleep around with each other. They usually keep the same company. They're all pretty much sharing each other, it seems like. And you know why that happens? Because to bring somebody into that, they mess up people. Like, I'm not saying that money don't shift between stars when they get divorced. But what I'm trying to also tell you is when you bring somebody who ain't got nothing, then they look for ways to screw you over. And that's what's happening to Brother Shannon. Right? This woman saw an opportunity and she took it. She didn't care about him. What that song say? I believe there was a anthem that said that these 304s ain't loyal. Ain't that what it said? These 304s ain't loyal. I know it said something different. But the young dude is right. He's absolutely right. I put this clip in here also to say to the gents, when we talk about being on our purpose and being on our grind and doing what we got to do, right? If the same type of women that used to come up to you 10 years ago still coming up to you now, right? You failed, gents. You're like, what? If you're really leveling up, the type of women you used to talk to 10 years ago don't want to deal with you now. And 10 years from now, the women who want to talk to you right now won't want to talk to you anymore if you still find yourself single. Because as you're leveling up, as you're being the best version of yourself, as you're building for whatever legacy it is that you want, you ain't got to be rich. I'm not going to even sell that to people. But as you start building your legacy and your dream based on your purpose, if you still, listen, Hear me out. My job used to be engineering. Okay. I had a 20-year career doing that. You know, now I'm doing this. Now I'm editing videos. Now I'm doing other stuff, right? But who I am has changed because of the things in my life that have happened. And I've changed because of it. What does it look like that I'm still talking to broken women when broken women is the reason my relationships didn't last in the past? Broken women who didn't try to resolve any part of it. Nobody's gonna be perfect, but I'm saying like broken women with unresolved issues who find themselves in the same pattern that they've always been in. If I'm still talking to that, and that's what I talked to 20 years ago, shame on me. So the young man got it right. Let me show you what we're dealing with. Let me show you the mindset.
A lot of people get mad at podcast people talking, but I love it because it just exposes the truth. Listen to this clip.
If we cheat,
I swear to God, it ain't no nigga below you.
We fucking with a nigga who we know ain't got so much more than you got going on.
Y'all might be on the same level, but
Trust
it ain't
me.
beneath. Clock it.
Now, that
Ain't
was
doing
we
that.
put y'all in the business. We put y'all in the female business just now.
Y'all be picking the chicks that don't got no options. Like I
They
had
do.
so many options. Nigga, I could have been
So you heard it from the high-calorie women speaking and these hair hat hooligans talking shit. If they cheat when they're in a relationship, just know it's an upgrade. How sad. And then the woman on our right, this light-skinned woman right here, talked about a lot of women have no options. A lot of women have options. They don't just like the options that they have. I honestly never see the purpose of cheating, man or woman. I always say people can just leave the relationship because now you're making traumatic experience for both people. Hurt people, but smart ones leave. And you want to get married. Pack it up.
So listen, I put this clip in here. This was one of the clips that I actually found today. I knew I had this folder ready with some of the videos. I added this today. Because when we start talking about why men are avoiding dating independent women, modern women, this is part of the reason. Because y'all putting it all out in the street. Like dudes know y'all game plan now. And now y'all getting mad that men are adjusting. Men aren't caring anymore. Men are just willing to not deal with y'all at all. Not to have to deal with, as dude put it, the hair hat hooligans. Hair hat hooligans. And the high calorie woman. Okay? Listen. This right here, y'all got to think about, I see thousands. Like in 5 years of doing this, I've come across tens of thousands of videos. Tens of thousands. Right now on my computer, the amount of video clips I have just on my computer alone. Okay? And every year and a half, I delete video clips off my computer, off my cloud. And I've been doing that for 5 years. And this is what I see, man. This is what I see. Y'all be careful out there. Now, this next clip I'm going to show y'all. Oh, let me catch a couple comments. Zick says, of course, people hurt people, just like delusion creates more delusionally insane mentalities. Absolutely. Zick says, so they're cheating with men who have more. What does that do for them? He still has it after that. Yeah. Yeah. Some people would definitely notice the change in your attitude towards them, but won't notice their own behavior that made you change. Exactly. Bro, a layoff changed your life and self-knowledge about yourself. Yep, that does too. Eric says purchase land. Even in my very young days, I never understood women sleeping with a man for having a nice place and car. He still has it afterwards and not them. Just bang who you're attracted to if you want to be a 304. Listen, Zick, I'm honest. I'll be honest with you. If you're going to be a 304, be a 304. Go ahead and do it. I know it's controversial. It don't affect my life. What I will tell you is, though, what gets me is when you get the Tracy Ellis Rosses that come on here, okay, who come online. And now they're telling you, well, men are toxic, and I learned about me and who I am. And so these hot 20-year-olds, they're giving me all the attention. They see who I am as a woman. No, they just want to lay down with you, baby. That's it. Nothing more. Or they want to be around your celebrity. Even Tracy Ellis Ross, which we will look at that clip here in a little bit. We're about to be on clip number 8, but I'm going to go back to clip number 9 because it's going to tie together all this stuff that we've seen. But a lot of these women, like these high-calorie women right here, they talking all that mess. Listen, they talking all that mess.
A lot of people get mad at pop.
Ain't got so much more than you got going on.
He got so much more than you got going on, okay? You want to see what they got going on, gents? Gents, do y'all want to see what they got going on? Roll that next clip, Sean. Roll that next clip.
Y'all, why the fuck I got a letter in the mail today from Pepco saying it was turning my lights off if I don't pay $1,346. My son's birthday is next week. We about to be sitting in the fucking dark. I asked my baby daddy what he got on it. He said he was broke. So I started calling up his family, and why they sent me 2 voicemail, y'all. And this is why I go so hard on my content, because I got 4 kids. And if you new here, what's up? It's your girl, Mary J. Hey, ow. And I got 4 kids and a baby daddy who listens sometimes. And yes, I lay down to make these kids, but it take a village to raise these kids. And y'all, my daughter love when I put her Pampers in the refrigerator. So if you got small kids, put them in the refrigerator and watch how they fall asleep. I just put you on to some game. Y'all, then to top it all off, I did not get the house I want. They said I had bad credit, and I'm confused because how do I have bad credit? I don't have any credit. They said they did a background check on me that came back good, but my credit was so low that they couldn't give me the house. They said it was in the low 100s, and I'm just so confused. Like, what? Y'all, I'm so mad.
I showed y'all that clip because it was another high-calorie woman, and it'll be the same ones out there in the streets. Again, realize how many videos I've seen. It's the same type of women, just like the one you saw talking about, clock it. We getting better than you. That's how they live it. This shit right here, look, this is, I'm showing you right now. Check this out. Same high, quote unquote, high calorie woman, tats all on her arms, the same type. Y'all living this dirty.
And yes, I lay down to make these kids, but it take a village to raise these kids. And y'all,
Look
my
how
daughter love
nasty
when I
that
put her
is.
Pampers in the refrigerator. So if you got small kids, put them in the refrigerator and watch how they fall asleep. I just put
The food ain't even covered up with foil. It's not even in Tupperware. It's just nasty and trifling. Look at that. Now let me tell you something. I don't care if y'all want to hear this shit or not. I grew up in the hood, man. I slept over by my friends in them house. And it used to be disgusting. And mom would come home and yell at them. Hey, why y'all didn't clean up like I told y'all to? And then she would whip their ass in front of me. And if they got flipped or she saw something worse, I've seen my friends get hit with a frying pan. Okay, listen, for all y'all that grew up in the hood, y'all know what I'm talking about. I was scared to go downstairs to get water at night. Because if you cut on that kitchen light, yo, what you saw running around, yo, make your skin crawl, son. It looked like Joe's apartment up in there. Nasty. And my mom used to tell me, why you want to go over there? Oh, I just want to hang out. Okay? I know you don't like roaches, but if you want to go over there, because I was trying to hang out with my friends. But all it did was make me appreciate my mom. Now, I'm not an only child, but I grew up an only child. Okay? I have a younger sister, got my 2 older brothers. Here's the point. Point being is, I grew up an only child. So me and my mom kept our place, like the place was always neat. My mom to this day, y'all see my mom on the channel. My mom to this day give me credit because I kept shit neat. Every now and then she have to say, hey, clean the cat's bowl out or whatever, right? But other than that, I kept things neat. Not because I like it neat. I don't like messy shit, bro. And I'm not knocking anybody if you ain't a neat nick. I ain't saying I'm perfectly a neat nick. I'm just saying if you look at my place, it's pretty damn neat. Okay? It's pretty damn clean. Because what my mom taught me was, yo, if you gonna have company over, do you want them to come over to a nasty ass house? Like this shit right here. Do you want your friends to come over and see this? Come over to all of this. You want them to be talking about you. Now, let's be real. Some of us grew up in this type of environment. And I'm not going to hold you. If you grew up in that environment, that's fine. Nobody going to knock you for that. You was a kid. But you're an adult now. And if you can't tell me that you like this shit. If you're a sensible adult, you can't tell me if you grew up in this shit, you can't tell me you still like it today. And again, not tell me that you're not an accountable or responsible adult. You can't tell me this shit. I'm not even trying to hear it, nor am I trying to entertain it. You can't tell me you are. If you still want to live in, oh, I don't have it up, but you don't live in this shit right here. So now, after these women get on this online, capping about what the lifestyle they have, talking about how they independent, don't need no man, talking about clock it, girl, be doing better. They end up just like Tracy Ellis Ross. The difference is Tracy Ellis Ross is a very beautiful and successful woman, and somebody's always going to, for most of her time, because how beautiful she is, she going to be fine. She ain't going to have no husband, but she'll always be desirable. Okay? Some of these women who all clock it, girl, clock it. Ain't nobody gonna want to deal with them after a while. They're gonna be ran through. They're gonna be ran through. Let's go to the genesis. Let's go to the genesis. This next clip is a young lady who's gonna talk about her beginnings. She's only 25, but she's gonna talk about being a young girl. How many girls fall under this category?
18 should not be considered grown, legal, whatever it is that you call it. Baby, I am 25 years old and I am still paying for the consequences of my actions when I was 18. What the fuck even is that weird age? Hey, oh, when you turn 18, you're legal, you can do whatever, and our dumbasses listen to that. I wanted to be 18 so I can go have fun. And then, the next age is 21 so you can buy alcohol. But baby, I've been buying alcohol since. But yeah, 18, 19, 20, 21, I was having a ball, fun, big fun. And now I'm 25 and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? At 18, I should have had my head in the books. I should have been studying credit. I should have been studying finance, business, all of that. I should have been figuring out how to budget, how to buy a house. Nah, I'm on top of cars, twerking, drunk, going out to eat every day, spending my money on whatever it is that I want to spend it on and having that, I'll make it right back mentality. No. Why didn't somebody stop me? Like the grown-ups before us they finessed us because they kind of made it look easy. So we ain't know. Well, I ain't know. And now, baby, I'm depressed.
The last part was the only part that I didn't hear prior to showing you guys. I'm going to play it again, but I'm doing it for my sake. Spending my money on whatever it is that I want to spend it on and having that, I'll make it right back mentality. No. Why didn't somebody stop me? We did try to tell you. Like the grown-ups before us they finessed us because they kind of made it look easy. So we ain't know. Well, I ain't know. And now, baby, I'm depressed. We made it look easy. Gents, I'm going to paint a picture for you all. And if any young ladies happen to come across this video at some time in the future, you say that the older generation made it look easy. This young lady said she's 25 years old. She's the exact same age as my daughters, okay? Exact same age, okay? There's no way you can tell me I made that shit look easy. Not when I was gone for 3 months at a time under the water. Not when I put in long hours at work. Not when I had to be away from my family when I didn't. Not when I put in 20 years trying to, have something at the end of my time and some type of legacy. There was nothing easy about what the hell that some of us did for you to have an opportunity to do better than me. And I'm going to tell y'all, gents, I'm the type of father that if I die today, I've already told my kids everything they need to do to be successful. Not only have told them, but I've showed them through my personal example. Because one thing that you can't say that I am, and that's lazy. Okay? I work very hard. Even now, with TSG Uncut and my other projects, I work a lot of hours. I put in a lot of time in this. Even when I'm not working, I'm working. So you want to know why it looks easy? Because we know what hard work is. We know what mastering your craft is. I'm not perfect at this. I'm still trying to master this shit. But here's the thing. I'm willing to put in the time. I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to ask questions. I'm willing to not act like I know it all. I'm willing to not act like I got it like that. I'm willing to sacrifice balling out at the moment so that I can thrive later. So when it looks easy, because I put in the goddamn work. And a lot of people that was before you put in the damn work. These are the things that we're going to talk about in that Friday night live stream, the next Friday night jam session that we're going to do. This is what I want to talk about with you all. So please be there when you see it come out. But the young people think that we failed them. And in some cases, we may have failed them. But I'm going to tell you, the dudes that I know, the women that I know, the people that I call friends and close, we all busting our ass and hustling. We all doing something. We ain't sitting on our ass. We ain't asking nobody for no damn handouts. We not thinking that the nail tech's supposed to pay for our nails. Shout out to Rock Fresh. I work 12 plus hours, 6 days a week since 21 years old. Exactly. Vic said exactly. My gym time alone is part-time job. Zick, I feel that. Yo, how are you, where are you, how'd you do that? Because I've been in the fucking gym since I was 19 years old. I'm not saying I haven't been in shape and an athlete before then. I'm saying when I joined the military at 19 and they told me I had free access to that gym, I've been putting in time since they told me I had free access. Now I got my own gym membership. I work out, you know what I mean? Even here in my complex, I use this gym too. Yo, I ain't even trying to hear it. Yo, well, how do you? Because I put it in the work, bro. I'm not looking for instant gratification. I'm gonna be real with you, Zick. You started this. You started this, okay? Here's a secret. I cannot not work out. Because if I didn't, if my mental degrades, bro, I get depressed if I don't work out. This is life. I have to work out. I got to. Now, why am I saying that to y'all? I'm saying that for some of the people out there because it's that mentality why I always win. Because, yeah, I might fail. I might get knocked down. But you know one thing I don't do? I don't quit, bro. And I keep going. The work ethic, bro. You want to see the results? You want to see the results? You got to get in there and put that time in, bro. You got to put the time in when you don't even see the results of what you're doing. That's called faith. I'm a heathen. I'm a trout mouth heathen. I got more faith than some of y'all. How? How do I have more faith? Because I believe in what I believe in. I know it's going to come to pass, and my actions say it will. All you ladies talking about, oh, I want a man, blah, 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 but your actions don't say you want a man. Your actions say you are single. Even when it's like, oh, I'm out here, I'm at these events. Why aren't any men here? Because your actions say you're single. If you was really wife material and you put yourself out there, a man gonna pick up on it. But will you accept that man? Do you really want a husband or do you want a trophy? Do you really want a husband or do you want somebody that's supposed to take care of you? When you're supposed to take care of him, you're supposed to be his helpmate, not the reverse. Your actions say you're single. Your actions say you independent. Y'all not serious. Y'all not hearing me. Jesus, I don't think they're hearing me. I don't think they're hearing me. Zoomer Doomer with the $25 super chat. Or whatever the equivalent is. Sorry. What's the God dang it. Give me 1 second. Ah. Okay, sorry. United Arab Emirates dollar. My bad. I'm sorry, man. I don't. Hey, I'm slow. Let me get you on the tickler there. I'm gonna read some more comments. Give me a second. There we go. I think I translated it to USD. I'm not sure. Hold on. Oh, I got it wrong. It's almost $7. I'm sorry. I got that wrong. I'm so sorry about that. Let me fix this. I didn't know how to convert that. My bad. Let's go here. Thank you, Zoomer Doomer. I appreciate you. Yeah, he said, I worked from home internationally and I still work 12 to 16 hours a day. Yep. Had to grind all in college, and now my peers wonder how I can live abroad at 24. Bro, you were doing it. You were doing it. Let me tell you, man. Let me tell you this. 3 years ago, this time, 3 years ago, right about this time, Kevin Samuels had just when I moved out of the country, Kevin Samuels had died. I lived in Mexico. If you go in my video library, you're going to see part of my time in Mexico when I moved there, okay? But you got to go way down, like 3 years ago, way down, okay? Just type in Mexico for searching my videos, and you'll see my time there, okay? But here's the point. You're able to do it differently because at my age, I have a family that when I moved, my family still needed me, and there's still unfinished business. And my business wasn't grown yet. I was enjoying myself, but I should have put in more time, which is what I'm doing now. My goal is still to live out of the country, or at least travel out very often. But I realized that I didn't put in enough time. That's what I'm doing now. And so I'm foregoing. I'm not saying I'm not going to travel or whatever, but I'm saying I'm foregoing the pleasures of now to build and work on it now, if that makes sense. And that's what we got to do as men. Hoorah. Eric, I like it. If anything, it's definitely the women's fault for robbing the kids in their homes of fathers and real male guidance. And that's what we're going to talk about in some of these upcoming videos in the month of May. Warrior mentality. Absolutely. Eric, let me tell you, man, when I retired from the Navy, actually, I can say before I retired, what I saw was there was a lot of my brethren in the Navy, right, who kind of let themselves go, man. And so I was a chief, right? So I am a chief. I'm always a chief, right? but I was a chief, and then I saw other chiefs, and they just got to the chief level and they weren't working out. And I'm like, and I remember how some of the guys, when I was one of the guys, I remember how like it was like, yo, how this fat mother blah 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 gonna tell me about running and staying in shape, and I ain't ready for the PFA or whatever they fucking PRT, PFA, whatever y'all call it, whatever you call it, right? How he gonna tell me and he not in shape? And I said, when I became a chief, I was never gonna be that dude. And best believe, when I was a chief, man, I was lean, I was mean, I was running my dudes. I don't even like running. I was running my dudes till they were like, Chief, can we stop running? And I hate running, but I wasn't gonna let them see that shit. We'll talk more about that in the Friday night jam session, because we're gonna talk about how these young dudes don't respect older dudes anymore. And that's unfortunate. But I'm hoping to make the case that there are still gents out there, older gentlemen, who young men should be aspiring and looking up to. You're just looking in the wrong direction. There's a bunch of us out here. There's a bunch of us out here. So, all right. We're going to let this woman close us out. I got to get up out of here.
men are no longer obsessed with women anymore. Do y'all feel that way?
100%.
Why do you think that is?
The reason they not obsessed is because I hate to say it again, and I hate to seem like I'm being judgmental to women when I'm a woman myself, but I feel like social media and there's no mystery. I feel like a lot of things that we as women as a whole that we say that maybe sometimes is just something that we're just putting on social media. It was just a joke. I feel like guys really be turned off by those things. Like they really judging you by the things you put
Justin
up.
the boy quotes, right? Like
Yeah, like I feel like they're really judging you like by those things.
They watch from afar.
And
Definitely.
also like just feeling like it's this pressure of feeling like they gotta take care of you. I wouldn't want to be obsessed with nobody if I feel like as soon as I walk to them, they're gonna be like, my light bill is due.
Listen. Let me put this back on this young lady right here because she was speaking facts. I don't know, them eyes looking like she got some. Look, I say young lady, but them eyes look like she got some, like she been through a few things. I'm not taking away from her. I'm just saying, them eyes look like she done been through a few things. Okay? But I will give her credit for saying the things that she said. First of all, it's got to be very tough. Let me tell you, gents, please do me a favor. When you come across women who are genuinely speaking the truth, please, whatever you can, please support those women because they might hear it from us, but they really need to hear it from other women, okay? People need to hear it from the people that they are around or relate to. I can say things sound blue in the face, but they're not going to get it until someone that they respect more than me gets it. And listen, I've said this many times on the channel. Don't get this channel twisted. This is not a woman hating channel. It's not. I want to see men and I want to see women thrive and I want to see them do it together. I definitely believe that we need to get back to having meaningful relationships. I think that's a huge problem that we're seeing. If any part of me thought being single and independent was the way to go, I was wrong. I was absolutely wrong. I get it. It really unravels society for us to be as independent as we are. And we're in a nation of a hodgepodge of people that usually is supposed to make you stronger. But what it really doing is for us, because we've been so fractured because of social media and division and all these things, we've been fractured. We've been separated. The diversity should make us stronger, but we're actually all fractured. We're actually all doing our own shit. And that is why we can't beat some of these countries because they have pride. They're all uniformly from a country, but the majority of them. They have uniform pride in their country. And we're all fractured. And I'm not saying just the country, but they are uniform kinsmen. No matter where you go in the world, Africa, Asia, Europe, right? We don't have that. We are supposed to be the best of everybody. And social media has made and brought out the worst in all of us. And so when I hear young ladies like this speak and say what she says, she's going to get a lot of hate for it. Women be like, what are you talking about? That's why I put the opinions of women in the channel, the ones that are saying what they need to say, because it's important. And she's right. We don't respect when y'all come up and you're like, you know, pay my bill, like instant turn off. If you don't have a good personality, instant turn off. I don't care what you look like. You could be, society could say you're a 10. Beyonce could come up to me right now. She could get rid of Jay-Z. She could see me out somewhere. Like, let's say TSG blew up and I'm at some event. Beyonce's single now. She come up to me and like, oh man, it's Beyonce, man. She's very beautiful, man. You know, very fine, you know. And then she talked to me and she got a badass attitude. I'd be like, no wonder Jay-Z got rid of her. No wonder Jay-Z didn't want to deal with this shit. I would think that. I don't care who you are. God is no respecter of person, neither am I. Show me who you are, right? I'm not a respecter of person. You know what I mean? I live in one of the entertainment capital cities of the world, in the country. I'll put it that way, right? I see stars all the time out here in Vegas, right? All the time. Okay? I don't lose my shit when I see them because it's nothing. To me, they're just like, oh, you know, I'm an admirer of what they've done. But I'm not going to lose my shit over them. So, listen, man. At the end of the day, ladies, let me do this. Oh, I don't have that anymore. I used to have outro. All right. Ladies, at the end of the day, men aren't messing with a lot of women because we don't know who to trust. You guys are liars. The same thing y'all used to lie. Oh, men lie. Yeah, because y'all don't want to hear the truth. Men lie to women because women don't want to hear the truth. You tell a woman the truth and her feelings get hurt. She loses her shit. And if I tell you the truth enough times and you lose your shit, I'm going to lie to you. Or I'm going to do my best not to hurt you if I love, you know. And sometimes doing that is worse. Not telling you the truth if I love you is worse. But that's the environment y'all set us up for. That is the kind of environment that breaks relationships. Now, I don't think a lot of y'all are ready. There are more men ready to be in serious committed relationships than there are women. There are more women out there cheating right now than men because women have more access. There are more single celibate men than there are women. And I saw a stat, and don't quote me on it. I'll find it when I can. But this stat said 70% of women in relationships have a side dude. Let's see if we can find it real quick. Okay. So I've already showed y'all that a survey, if you look at one of my older videos, it said a survey had 50% of women knew who they had in mind. I'm going to show you what AI said because I think it's inconclusive and I may not have asked the right question. But I also don't want to hide this from you and I'm not going to make up facts. So that's one thing I'm not going to do. But it says, while it's challenging to pinpoint the exact percentage, studies suggest that a significant portion of women in relationships engage in infidelity or have backup lovers. Some studies indicate around 50% of women in relationships have a backup partner, and another 23.5% of women have a backup lover. According to a Reddit thread and a UN data source, other research like that by Kinsey Institute shows 23% infidelity rate for men and 19% for women. How is that possible? How is that possible? Because with the difference widening for married couples, according to PR. Additionally, some studies suggest that over 50% of married women may have a backup lover. That's according to a Reddit thread. Again, as these studies come out, I will give you guys more. Another source would be to, I would watch Medium Man. He does a really good job with those type of sources and stuff. That's not what I typically do on YouTube. I'm more of a, I consider myself a director or a film editor, okay? So when you're watching my videos, I put more emphasis on telling a story with the videos. That part fascinates me. Somebody like Medium Man is really good because he's going to break it down and give you stats. And then you got people like Manosphere Highlights Daily who is really good at telling narratives and stories. Better than I am at that. So listen, you know, and MTR is a great orator. So is O'Shea and them, right? So you have all these people that you should be supporting, especially the ones who have been around for a while. And we all have our strengths and we all have our weaknesses. But the thing that I want you guys to know, and I'm gonna catch y'all comments, and we'll get up out of here. But the thing you guys should know about all of us, the ones who are serious, right? We all have something to give, right? The ones that seriously are trying to help you, okay? Seriously trying to look out for men and women and relationships and just how people treat each other in general. We all have something. We all have our strengths and weaknesses, okay? And so keep that in mind. Okay? There's a bunch of people using my clips out there. I didn't even realize it. I'm not even striking them down because why, you know? But they're the ones of us that put in the work, and there's the ones who don't, right? So, where we at? Ooh, shout out to man Devin Mitchell, man. What's happening, baby? What's going on? What's happening, man? What's happening? Yo, she do. Let me put this up on the screen. Yo, you was not lying about that. She does look like Santa Lathan. You know what's funny, bro? Santa Lathan used to be like, man, bro, I used to see her, especially in like Brown Sugar and what's the other movies, man? Best Man, and she's played in a bunch of other things, man. She's such a beautiful woman, man. But I think she got the same problems, bro. She got the Tracy, like all those women got the Tracy Ellis Ross issues. And one of my gents in the comments told me to look up, where's the name at? I got to figure out how I can do the story. Where did I write it down at? Oh, Kimberly Elise. Kimberly Elise. So I got to figure out how to make a story with Kimberly Elise. Shout out to whoever gave me that idea. Let me go up here. Right. Eric said, that's why I joined. Thanks, Eric. I appreciate you, man. Seriously about that. Press says, to be honest, I think that running is a great exercise. I can't run anymore, but even walking. I want to get back to walking. When I lived in Mexico, I walked. I would eat, walk. You know, the portions are smaller. I was 240 pounds when I went to Mexico. When I came back to the States, I was 225 pounds. So in 4 months, I lost 15 pounds. Excellent. And I was in great shape too. And the gym that was where I was at, I walked in. Now, normally I'm always somewhat in shape, but I was 240. I hadn't been working out. I walked in that gym in Mexico, and you pay a little money for it, okay? It's like $50 a month, okay? In Mexico. Everybody was beautiful, man. I say that like, you know, no Diddy, nothing like that. It's fact, she got to say shit like that. No Diddy, but the girls was like looking like, they were all looking like superheroes. The dudes would look like superheroes. The girls would look like superheroes. They were all young. And here it was 3 years ago. How old was I? I was in my 40s. I was in my 40s. Okay. And they were gorgeous, man. And I just was like, what am I doing? And I got in shape. You know, I put in that work. Nothing to gain, and they only want to drain us. Rock Fresh, you're right. Not all, but that's why you have to know who you are, so that when your woman comes along, she knows who you are. And she knows what you stand for. And she'll have to make that decision, whether she's willing to put in that work or not. Women want men to be perfect, especially when they're flawed themselves. Anybody who wants you to be perfect when they're flawed, red flag. Community, yes. I'm all about that sense of community. That's what we have here. Feminism freed men, and now men are finding comfort in being alone. Yeah. The longer a man is alone, the harder it would be to get in a relationship. Let me add to that. Because there's a point that I've been making in my videos that y'all may not have seen, or at least one of my recent videos. The longer that women are alone, men can be alone and still get in a relationship. The problem with us when we get in a relationship after being single for a long time is that this is our biggest problem. I'm about to give y'all a game. Y'all ready? Here's the game. When we as men aren't in relationships for a long time, we can be in a relationship. We'll do all the things that we're supposed to do. We'll protect, provide, all that stuff. The problem when we're alone too long, is that we lose that sensitivity to our women. Now I'm not saying we can't. A woman's femininity can break a hard man down. And history has proven it. Look at Samson and Delilah. Okay? Shit, you go back to Adam and Eve. A woman's softness can break a hard man down. But when a woman gets hardened, it's very hard to change her. Once a woman is hardened, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying that when a woman gets broken to the point that her heart can't open up and she can't be a loving vessel, it's harder for them than it is for us. That is just my humble opinion. I'm not stating this as fact. I'm telling you from what I've seen. Okay? But our problem is we don't know how to relate to them. Most women who actually know me will say I'm a kind and good dude. I actually care about women, but I'm not a damn fool at the same time. They are tripping right now. You know what? The Bible says, be meek as sheep, but cunning as wolves. We're like, the world hasn't changed. There's still evil people. There's still people doing evil shit. There's still killers out there. There's still survival. All that stuff is still the same. Yes, we're in a safer society, but the nature of humans haven't changed. So you being a good dude is for you, right? It's for you. It's for your soul. It's for your benefit, your edification, your growth, your sake. But what we're talking about here isn't about, like I told you, I don't hate women, and I don't want y'all to hate women. But I'm telling you, be smart. And this ain't about women. This is about like dealing with anybody. Be smart, man. Don't let nobody. Hey, check this out. I haven't done this in a while. Don't let nobody do this to you.
Yeah, we're not going to fall for a banana. We're not going to fall for a banana in the tailpipe.
Don't let nobody do that, okay? Because just don't let them. Don't.
You're not going to fall for the banana in the tailpipe?
Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay? Okinawa. Eric, are you in Okinawa? Community, not rugged individualism. Yes, Zoomer Doomer, that's exactly it. Shannon in a wig. I don't know what you keep talking about, bro. Men lie because men are logical creatures who do what's effective. Men who are honest get the most undesired results from women. Yeah. But, listen, I'm going to add something to that. When you are okay with yourself, and you are okay with outcomes based in truth, the results aren't undesirable for you. The results are, I would rather tell the truth and get the results from that than to live in a lie and get the results from that. Does that make sense? Like, I'd rather tell the truth and something bad happens than to live in a lie and then something bad happens. If that makes sense. That's just me. Brainwashed. Yeah, we can't be brainwashed. Exactly. Devin says 50% have a backup partner, but only 22% are cheating. Don't sound right. Devin, you're absolutely correct. And I'm going to tell you what I think it is. I think it's because women still, it's kind of what was in my last video, one of my last couple of videos. Women don't want to feel shame. So men are more like, yeah, you know, I got to be a couple on the side, blah, blah, blah. We'll say it. Some women still lie, though, because they don't want to feel the shame of what they're doing. Now, I will tell you, and all my OGs out there, all my OGs, y'all know what I'm about to say. I ain't never heard this many women be as open being 304s. I've never heard this shit. I'm old enough, and some of my OGs are old enough, that when you used to go driving on a Sunday, shit wasn't open. You can go to the store up to about noon on a Sunday, especially if you live down south, and everything was closed. You went to church, store might be open to about 1. Everything closed early back in the day. Sunday was the Sabbath. Okay? When I was living in that time. Now Sunday is a business day, just like any other day. Zick said, as Devin, I think the number 23 just means that they're the Michael Jordan of cheating. Oh, snap. Eric, you said something. I love this. We are the shepherd. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Eric. We are the shepherds. That's why we're the gents. We're the gents. We set the standards. This is what I intend to talk about in the next live stream, in the Friday night jam session. I don't know if that's the next live stream, but I told y'all we're going to do it once a month, where we take a Friday, sit back, have some drinks, laugh, joke, whatever. This one's going to be a little bit more serious. We kind of need to talk about this one. We're going to still chill, but this is an opportunity for us to talk through. And if you know any young men that could use the mentorship or use the fellowship, get them in here. When y'all see that live or when I post or whatever, we're going to talk about it. But I'm going to give y'all a heads up. When y'all see it, turn on people to the channel, okay? Because I want to have this discussion. Some young men don't believe that we've led them astray. And we need to debunk that. To me, it's serious. Okay? Singer, I'm listening from Baton Rouge. Singer, are you from Baton Rouge or are you just out there? I don't know if you see in the background. Hold on real quick. Let me put this up on the screen. I don't know if you see that. Look at that right there. Hey, Singer, you see that? I'm from New Orleans, born and raised. I'm from the 504. I spent half my life on the East Bank. I spent the other half on the West Bank. Okay? So I'm from New Orleans, man. Got my little Saints helmet, my little Saints trinket. There's a Saints belt buckle, all metal. Yeah, man. Man, shout out to Singer, man. Just became a member too. Imagine a shepherd leading hyenas, though. I can't. I'll be good. I know you will be, man. Who that? I'm from Baton Rouge. Okay, you from Baton Rouge. Okay. Well, I don't remember what that is. 253, something like that, whatever. But shout out to you, man. Who that, baby? Who that? I don't know what's gonna happen with this quarterback thing, but hey, we'll see, right? I don't know if you're a Saints fan, but I am. All right, Chance, I gotta get up out of here. Thank y'all for putting up with me. Thank y'all for dealing with me tonight. I was a little under the weather, but y'all made me feel a lot better. And I'm grateful to y'all guys. Poured me a little bit more sake because I was feeling better. I was feeling better with the sake, y'all. There we go. Just a little bit more, a little taste, Okay. So I think, where's the swords at? Oh man, okay, Preston, the swords. So when you walk in the door to my house, I have what you call an entrance table, and they're on the entrance table. They're kind of like a Japanese plant. So I used to love the swords in the background, but there's no room for them. So, but hey, good question. Good question. They're also by the door, so if something pops off, I can just I could just pull the sword out, man. Nolans is one of my favorite cities. Been there many times. Yeah, man. Oh, 225. I'm so sorry. I said 253. That's Washington. I am so sorry, man. It is 225. I am okay. I've lived in a lot of states, a lot of places. So all the area codes are, and I haven't lived in New Orleans in 27 years. Been 27 years. So still got family out there, but just haven't been there. All right, Jess, we're gonna get up out of here. I appreciate y'all for being here, bro. I'm gonna try to have a video out by Friday. I want to have one out tomorrow, but I'd like to have one out tomorrow so I could take, a long weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. But we'll see. Thursday or Friday, a video will be out. All right. Let me read this real quick before we get up out of here. Appreciate your channel, bro. You will do big things in YouTube. Keep up the great work. Hey, our boss, I always appreciate you too, man. You've been a great addition to this channel, and I love having you here, bro. Seriously. Zick, you too. Bro, I love that New Orleans accent on women. I had a girlfriend from there many years ago. Let me tell you, man, listen, that accent, bro, like, it's funny because I used to love it too. And then as I've lived away, when I hear it, it's going to be crazy. It's like you hear the accent, and now, as messed up as it is, depends on who's saying it. I love it, but if not, I also hear trouble. Because I'm like, uh-oh, I know what this is about. It's so messed up, man. That's too cool. That's cool too. Yeah. So I be hearing that accent, I'm like, oh, what kind of trouble am I getting into? So it is what it is. All right, Jess, I gotta get up out of here. Y'all have a great night, and until next time, live your best life.